Previously on Love at First Shot, we learned all about the gear, guns, and wardrobe we'll need for a comfortable and hopefully successful hunt. And now I believe it's time for me to try my luck on a turkey hunt. I'm Natalie Foster, and this is Love at First Shot, sponsored by Smith Wesson. I've received a kind offer to come and hunt with a friend, but first I think I could use a little coaching. I'm here at the beautiful East Fork Ranch outside of Albany, Missouri, and I am gonna go turkey hunting this week. Now, I'm definitely a novice at all of this, and I've got a friend in there named Ashley Worrell of DRT Ammunition, and she is gonna help me out with all the ins and outs of turkey hunting. So let's get in there and chat with her. So we're going hunting tomorrow, turkey hunting.
Yes.
And I'm definitely, a newbie. So let's talk about what to expect.
Bring your patience, definitely. Because I think people, well, the reason I got into it is because everyone seemed to be into turkey hunting around here. And I thought, this is gonna be so boring. It's so easy. How hard is it to shoot a bird? And it is the most challenging hunting that I have done to date.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's saying something. Walk me through what it looks like to hunt a turkey for the first time, because I know there are all sorts of different breeds of turkey, and this is, a very uniquely American sport too.
Right.
Which is really cool.
And it's different in every area of the country. Everybody has their own kind of technique, their own style of doing it. I don't think there's any one set way to do turkey hunting. What I like to do is I like to go out early in the morning and camouflage from head to toe, because like I said, their sight is impeccable. If they catch a glimpse of you moving or they see anything, they are gone. They run about 25 miles an hour.
Oh my gosh.
So they can be gone in a heartbeat.
So slow movements, lots of camo.
Right, as much as you can cover in camouflage colors, greens, blacks are kind of okay. Stay in the hue of the camouflage. We will also be in a blind, which will also help. We can move around a little bit more, trying not to make as much sound as if we were out and about.
Without a blind.
Right.
So we'll be in the blind that we set up earlier today. We found a good spot.
Yes.
And then put up the blind, which was complex but fantastic.
Oh, wow. How many girls does it take? Oh, here. Directions.
Okay.
Remove the ground pond.
I think I got it. Wait. I think we're getting there. Oh my gosh, I'm so awesome right now.
You are!
Okay.
Whoa!
Look at that!
Isn't that cool?
I built the whole house.
That was awesome. She needs to buy a turkey tag.
Yes, please. So we went to get a tag today. So
Right.
Walk me through that process.
About 2 years ago, the state of Missouri had lower population in the turkey. So they have really worked on building that population up. So when you buy a tag now, in the spring, you're actually able to get two turkeys.
Okay.
But only males. In the fall, you can also get the females.
So, and now that, like you said, is for the state of Missouri, and every state that has turkey regulates them differently, right?
Right, and they're all regulated by their conservation departments.
I think that's a really important note, because it is about conservation. It is about
Right.
populations and keeping them really healthy.
Mm-hmm. You want to shoot your turkey within about 25 to 40 yards. Anything farther than that, the accuracy is very hard. You never want to wound an animal and then go into any suffering. So I always suggest about 25 to 40.
Okay, great. And, do they have to be in a particular position?
Usually you want them to be able to lift their head so that you have a clear shot. You don't want them looking down. You want their neck straight up.
What if I miss?
We'll just make fun of you for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
no big deal.
All right. So basically, just don't miss. Yeah. That's a lot of information. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm glad I will have you by my side, because I definitely need a buddy to walk me through all of this in the morning. But I'm not looking forward to that 5 a.m. call time, but I am looking forward to the experience. So I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Until then, however, I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this gorgeous fire.
Enjoy away.
Just warm up, okay.
The fire was cozy, but that 5 a.m. wake-up call was, well, not.
So I'm all decked out, ready to go. It is 5 a.m. Yeah, this is not a fun hour, so at least one turkey is going down for making me get up this early. Let's do it. This is really early. This is like mean, which really sets the stage for the day because the turkey has now become my enemy.
You really want to shoot him, that's for sure.
Yes. Right now, because turkey apparently are very, very sensitive to sound, so we are parking and walking. So at least we're getting a workout. So, as it turns out, hunting is hard. This is not an easy endeavor.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not at all.
So we get here, even when we're walking in and it is dark, we hear them gobbling, right?
Right. So we get set up in the blind, and about 30 minutes into it, if that,
Yeah.
a tom comes walking towards us.
Which was like epic and so exciting. And I mean, he was right there and I had a great angle. The problem was he wasn't close enough. So I didn't feel like it was an ethical shot because if anything, you know, I might have wounded him. So that was gonna be a bad call, right? So that was a disappointment, but it was really cool still, and we saw a lot of wildlife. There's just so much wildlife and getting to be out in nature. It's hard to describe the experience, isn't it, for anybody else?
It is. It is. I think we're so like technology all the time that once you are able to sit still, you can actually enjoy the nature.
Yeah, that's totally what I experienced today. So anyway, Missouri state law requires that you end at 1, so it is past 1 now, and we're starving, so we're gonna go get some barbecue. Sound good?
Sounds great.
All right, let's do it. It's day 2, and with my close call yesterday, I'm crossing my fingers in hopes that today is my lucky day. Is my last opportunity to get a turkey. If I don't get one today, I am going home empty-handed, so I am determined. So we did not prevail today. Did not end up getting a turkey, unfortunately. It was disappointing, but I gotta say that just being in this gorgeous environment and hanging out with Ashley and everyone else has just been a real treat. And the lodge is amazing. It's still a huge win. So I learned a lot. I'm glad that I got this opportunity and I can't wait to do it again. You know, hopefully next time we'll actually get a turkey. Walking away from a hunt empty-handed can be a pretty bitter pill, and I could use a little advice on where to go from here. Kirsty's a great person to walk through all the emotions of a hunt with. So, Kirsty, I went on this hunt and I did not get anything. And I was fully prepared to get something. I was so excited. I was so close and it didn't happen. And it was disappointing.
And it is disappointing. And I think that's one thing with new hunters is there's so much hype before you go into this that you really think the true success is just, you know, the kill. And that really isn't it. It's kind of the bonus to the hunt as you do. And there's so many other factors that play in than just being successful at the end of the day.
I found myself like willing it, like desperately. I was gonna make this turkey come right in front of my shotgun so that I could get it. And it just didn't happen. And you know, you walk away so frustrated, but there really is so much more to hunting than just the kill. In fact, that happens to be a very small part of it, right?
It really is. I'd be lying to say that everybody doesn't want that at the end. That's why you're there.
Right.
And that's kind of the icing on the cake, really. But I think if you can change your mindset into thinking that there's so much more to learn, that even if you've hunted for a long time, there's something to learn every time. And really immersing yourself into that moment and taking in everything that you can, you gain so much more out of that. And then when you do kill on top of that, then everything just feels a lot better.
what I really enjoyed was meeting the people, even the drives out with those good either early morning or late night conversations that, I don't know, really impact you.
Yeah.
There's so much more to it, and I think that's part of the soul of hunting.
I really enjoy the women's only hunts. I think there's this level of camaraderie to those. I like them better. I think the women tend to be more supportive. They're definitely more engaged in the entire process. It's not just about succeeding at the end. Again, everybody wants to. I've never seen such a supportive group of people. When somebody gets something, everybody's excited. Yeah. Nobody's jealous. Nobody's grousing. Nobody's getting competitive. And they're genuinely happy for each other. And I haven't necessarily seen that in other camps. That doesn't mean it doesn't happen. There's few people that really love wildlife as much as hunters do.
Well, I think that's really important to talk about, actually, because, and you and I have had these conversations about conservation and how much hunters do for conservation. And people don't even realize, I didn't know this until I started getting into hunting, they do so much. And you were explaining all the taxes and that hunters have voted for, right?
Right. Additional taxes on ammunition, to go to conservation, land management, habitat management. There's all kinds of different groups out there that really put a lot of money into creating habitat, creating better herds and flocks. I mean, it's really all about that. And then the hunters themselves, with all the money they put into their licensing and tags, it's really what maintains a lot of the open spaces out there. So you can thank your hunters for your open spaces. So
yeah.
It really is a big impact. And I don't think people talk about that a lot. I think they think hunters are bloodthirsty and just mowing down every animal out there. And that's quite contrary, to the real case. There's a connection and really to study and pursue and learn the habits of an animal and really spend that much amount of time out there, very close up with them. It's a whole different experience.
There's a relationship
yeah.
with that animal.
Absolutely.
I anticipated being able to kill something, and it didn't happen. Is that unusual? What does that look like?
That's not unusual at all, especially as a new hunter. It takes a while to really kind of get your skill set together.
Absolutely, I totally agree. Well, thank you so much, Kirsty. I really appreciate it, and we will be talking to you very soon, I'm sure.
I hope so.
While on my hunt, I found that in addition to my clothing and gear, one other item was just as critical.
You'll need a good pair of hunting boots. Our friend Kirsty Pike over at Proas suggests that you might even want a couple of pairs with you while you're out in the field. Both these Chippewas and these North Face hiking shoes are good options for different terrain. If you're sloshing through the mud like we were, you'll definitely need these Chippewas. But for more rugged, rocky terrain, the North Faces will serve you well. Now that you've got your list and you're ready to try all of this out in the field, send us your stories and your photos, and they may even end up on the trophy gallery on nrawomen.tv. As always, check in with us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And we'll see you next time on Love at First Shot, sponsored by Smith Wesson.
Next time on Love at First Shot, we'll join some brand new hunters on their first excursion into the field.